Championship, all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen from the Netherlands, a three-time development tour winner, the winner of 2 challenge tours, Hawkeye Kevin Doets. Ladies and gentlemen, taking part in his 9th World Championship, the winner of 5 PDC titles, looking for his 3rd World Championship quarter-final. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Masters, it's Hollywood Chris Dobey!
Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych. Straight up proving, we can get you grooving. This track's booming, it ain't no hype. Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Everybody rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Everybody rumble.
Here we go then, our first last 16 tie of the afternoon. Kevin Doets against Chris Dobey. I think I was obsessed with that unicorn that's floating around the ground. Absolutely brilliant this afternoon. So Doets against Dobey. Doetsy produced the goods, didn't he, yesterday? He proved he has what it takes to handle the pressure that is the Ali Pali stage up there. He came from 2-0 down, was chasing right until the bitter end, but went on to win 4-3. Showed so much resilience, proved that he can produce the goods on the big stage. And this is the furthest he has ever been in the competition. But can he go one further today and make it to the quarterfinals? Well, what about Hollywood Chris Dobey? He has been in fine form, hasn't he? Twice a quarterfinalist here. He's had a great year on the floor, the top of the Pro Tour table, and is having quite the campaign so far here this year. Saw off Josh Rock rather easy in the 3rd round, but let's see what he can deliver today, shall we? Just a reminder, the winner will face Gerwin Price in the quarterfinals, should they win today. Well, for the first time this afternoon, let's hand you over to comms and say a very good afternoon to Glenn Durrant and Dan Dawson.
Yes, good afternoon. Let's get the final day of darts of 2024 underway. A huge year in the sport. Record numbers of 9 darters and 100 averages, new major champions and maybe a new world champion. And maybe it's one of these two. You can see from all the stats we've been showing you, Chris Dobey has had an excellent year over the whole thing. But the TV form has not been great. He's putting that right at Ali Pali. And as Anna was saying, it is a quarter-final at the Worlds with Gerwin Price that awaits the winner, something Glenn Durrant knows all about.
Yes, not about me though, Dan. I do try to remind him on a daily basis, but really looking forward to this one. And I put into that equation the upward trajectory of Kevin Doets. A player I've sort of watched mature over the past 18 months. He won't be afraid of Chris Dobey. In fact, he talked in his pre-match interview about he thinks it'll be a really close game. I think they've both got similarities. I expect lots of 180s in this game, and it just could then come down to those doubles at the end of the legs.
Well, Doets an unseeded player, one of 7 in the last 16 this year. Go back to 2019 when we also had 7. Chris Dobey was one of them. And we know what he's gone on to do. Masters champion, whole load of titles, #1 on the floor this year. Kevin Doets will be looking to follow in his footsteps.
Yeah, both very calm, very collected demeanour. Certainly on the exterior anyway. You don't often see them give too much emotion, but that stage has demonstrated that players who you don't expect to see that have been throwing their arms about when they're winning matches, winning leagues, etc. But a big opportunity to reach the quarterfinals, and a mouth-watering one at that with Gerwin Price.
Treble 18. Just strays into the 4 segment, but no need to panic at the moment.
35.
Yeah, it's not a great start from either in this first leg. Kevin Doets started really slowly yesterday against the Polish Eagle. Something that you can't do as you go further on in the competition. But Dobey with a chance with Doets on a bogey.
Double top then for the opening leg.
59.
Yeah, I mean, you say Kevin Doets didn't, or started slowly against Christoph Ratajski. He didn't start at all, did he? Once he did start, he was great. Unfortunately, that was only set 3. Can't afford to give that sort of head start to Hollywood. Looks like he can use that one. And does do. Double 10 pin.
Yeah, that's the perfect response there from Doets. When that first one goes, expect the rest to follow. It's almost effortless, the throw that he has. You try to have as much relaxation in your body to try and get the best out of yourself, and it does. He throws a dart. It's just beautiful to see when they're flying right.
Could turn into a bit of a 180 fest, this. Doets is at 21 in this tournament. He has played an extra round, of course, as an unseeded player. Dobey's had 15 himself.
96.
Doets just the one behind Luke Littler now on 21 180s for the tournament. Sensible play, because 171 would have left double 8. What a great response from that ropey opening leg.
Double top then for an 11 darter.
34.
There's a little nervous look at the score there of Chris Dobey's. Relieved to see that Chris is way back on 209. All he can do is put pressure on the 20, and he does that.
140. Kevin, you require 20.
That's a mistake. Was looking like a comfortable hold of throw for Kevin Doets.
69.
Might find himself 2-0 down. Double 6. Takes his chance. 2-0 Dobey. He has the darts thrown to take the opening set to 0. And it might be another match where Kevin Doets does not start strong. Look, against Michael Smith, he did not lead until the deciding set, and what a deciding set it was. And it was the same against Christoph Ratajski. Had to wait all the way until that 7th and deciding set before he actually led in legs.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about that mentally, he won't panic because it's happening before. The negatives, the longer the further you go on, the better the opponent's going to be. And you can't just give Chris Dobey sets, you know, like it's looking like in this first one here. Because Chris has been nowhere near his A game.
Yeah, if the players left standing in this quarter, well, actually, of all the players in this quarter, you make a very strong case for Chris Dobey having performed the best of them all.
It was that intriguing section, wasn't it, with Michael Smith, with the Josh Rock, Chris Dobey, with Gerwin Price, Johnny Clayton at the bottom, but it's panned out pretty straightforward so far for Chris Dobey, and great to see Gerwin Price producing the darts we expect from him.
Chris, you require 100.
170.
He shouldn't really be looking to take it out in this visit, but will he be tempted? He might be. He was.
The reason he went for it, he's already getting 9 170s this year. He has more 170s on the two than anyone, and it got the crowd going.
134.
It means he's going to have to tidy it up. 2 for double 16. And that's the reason why he probably shouldn't have gone for the 170, Glenn.
Well, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I think under the circumstances, based on who it was, but you don't give Kevin Doets opportunities, and he's got one.
76.
How close was that? Just the wrong side of the wire by the looks of it anyway. So Dobey comes back to wrap up the opening set, 3-0. Doesn't like it, but he's not moving. Little shuffle for double 8. More set darts missed.
Yeah, I don't care who you are. When you're first on in this afternoon session, had to go there for Kevin Doets, but early nerves from both players. They will settle into the game. Take the opportunities while they're there, Dan.
A total of 6 set darts missed there for Chris Dobey. And Kevin Doets is going to make things difficult for him. 180 number 2 for the Dutchman.
Yeah, when you're cruising 2-0 up, and all of a sudden you look at the scoreline and it's potentially 2-2 after that start from Doets. The only thing on the back of Chris Dobey's mind right now is the fact that he will have the darts in the last leg. But Kevin Doets clearly finding his range at the moment. We talked about doubles being the Achilles. Already 14 missed darts at a double between the pair of them. I felt that could be the difference. Because let me tell you, the strength for both of them is that. And again, for his third.
138.
And went over to the 18s to try and lead double 16. It wouldn't have surprised you if he'd looked to fill it up. There's an argument to do it anyway. You've got the marker darts.
100.
Could have burned the dart to get 2 at a double. He might only get 1 at a double here. But he will get the 2. Double 4. Double 2. More missed doubles, and Kevin Doets finds himself on double 1. This leg isn't over despite Dobey being back in the 200s.
Yeah, we've had that question before. Maybe could he have split that double 2 there and just bust the score and go back to 68?
Things might be changing in this leg. That's a very safe one. And they weren't accurate enough. And Kevin Doets, who looked like he was going to force a deciding leg of this set, has missed his opportunities. Dobey has another chance to wrap it up.
He's staying on that double 19. Can he get through that?
No score.
So we're back on double 1 with Kevin Doets. 9 set darts missed now for Chris Dobey, but he's going to get more. Scoring's been good. Finishing not so much.
An opening set that's pretty much had everything. Lots of missed darts at a double. But when opportunity knocks, he often takes his opportunity. He's going to need double 8 to do that and to take the opening set. He gets there in the end. Chris Dobey does take that very nervy opening set. You can see by his reaction, you can see by the reaction of both players there that they're not happy with the total situation. But it's Chris Dobey in that opening set who gets over the winning line, and Dobey leads 1-0.
In a little bit of a nervy start, hasn't it? But a nice tussle is developing between Kevin Doets and Chris Dobey, and it is that man there, Chris Dobey, that has just taken the first set. He is 1 set to the good over Kevin Doets. The winner of this one will face the Iceman, Gavin Price, in the quarterfinals. Well, let's see how this one develops then, shall we? And hand you back to Glenn and Dan.
Yes, Chris Dobey on course at the moment to reach the quarterfinals of the World Championship for a 3rd consecutive year, which is some achievement in itself. First year he did that, of course, he was thrashed by Michael van Gerwen. And last year he looked like he was going to thrash Rob Cross before Voltage staged a quite unbelievable comeback from 4-0 down to win it 5-4. Is this the year that he gets to the quarters and then takes the next step? He's certainly got the game, Glenn.
Yeah, I was really, really impressed with him last year, just prior to that 4-0 lead against Rob Cross. I mean, he'd beaten Willie O'Connor with 103 average. He beat Ross Smith, where they both average over 102. And then that incredible game with Michael Smith. I thought he was the best player in the tournament. 100. And let me tell you, Dan, he really wanted Luke Littler in the semi-final. But like I said, he took it on the chin, that defeat from Rob Cross. Not the first time Rob Cross has done something similar to him. 100. But what impresses me, the way he bounces back. He loves that stage.
And he's a hard worker, Chris Dobey. 34 now. He's not the sort of up-and-coming youngster. I mean, to be honest, he was painted as an up-and-coming youngster 95. Even when he obviously wasn't.
He looks a lot older, doesn't he?
He really wants to stay on the 20. Single 20 leaves 160. Goes anywhere else, he's likely to leave a finish that might need the bullseye. 50. Okay, well, he leaves the 170.
I did say he's the biggest hit of the 170. Will he get a chance? Yes, he will. Kevin Doets will leave it pretty. We talked about the fact if anyone's going to hit a 170, it is Chris Dobey. 9 this year already, not to be number 10. Doets has a chance in this opening leg.
96. Kevin, you acquired 12.
Double 6 to hold his throw. Well, he has missed 13 darts at double already in this game, Kevin Doets. Dobey's missed a dozen himself.
Neither player anywhere where they want to be. Chris Dobey worryingly going underneath the treble 20. And Kevin Doets, no reaction. I like the story of Kevin. Now based, has been for a while in Sweden. He's now a father. So all that sort of extra responsibility that you have, but them shoulders that he has there, he's handled it all very well and has demonstrated this year on a stage against Keane Barry at the World Series of Darts Finals, where he averaged just shy of 110. So the ceiling is there also.
60.
Yeah, it still feels like we're finding out about Kevin Doets. Yet to win a senior title, but he's done things in the sort of support tours, the youth tour, the development tour as it's called, the challenge tour, which is the secondary tier. But now he is full-time member of the tour, into the top 50 in the world.
140.
And has shown glimpses of what he's capable of over the course of this tournament. Dobey once again leaving the 170 and once again can't get it going.
The plan B is very acceptable. Doets is finding that with real aplomb.
Third max for Doets. Oh, lovely stuff. That's been in short supply in this game. Penning the double first time of asking.
120.
That did look close. Again, what I'm looking at there is the sort of the mental. Was there any reaction to that bounce out? And absolutely none. Just goes back, goes through that pre-throw routine. Look at the eyes. Look at the focus.
137.
No wonder he's called Hawkeye.
$100.
Okay, this game might be settling down into a bit of a pattern here. We're seeing some holds of throw.
Some incredible stats for that Peter Wright, Luke Humphreys game yesterday regarding hold to throw. I just sense maybe that pattern is happening again here. No panic here for Doets. He hit the treble 20 on the last one to leave a double 6. Still work to do. Dobey will pick up on that. A 140 or a 180 himself here. Brings him right back in this leg. Is it a job well done? Absolutely.
Beautiful maximum to leave 41. Doets is forced to go to the 14s. Now to the bullseye. Beautiful stuff, Kevin Doets. Holds his throw in 15 darts under serious pressure.
Yeah, very classy.
41.
Having a nice little spell here, Kevin Doets. Both of these guys averaging around the 100 for this set. I know only on leg 4, but feels like they're both settled now, and the 180s are starting to arrive for Dobey.
Massive 180 hitters. I did promise you that beforehand. After that first set, I was a little bit nervous, but the reigning 180s.
Oh, right back at you again, is it? Not quite, but it's enough to leave a 2-darter.
This game has come alive. May go down the ball. Such a good marker, that second dart there. Not even a consideration. And despite the big scoring from Dobey, this ton has to go. Such a good marker, but is it double-double?
60, Kevin, you require 41.
Dobey was stranded on 41 in the previous leg. Didn't get a go at it. He couldn't return the favour for Kevin Doets. And Doets takes his chance to level the game up. Excellent stuff. After that nervy start, this has caught fire. Brilliant second set for the pair of them. Doets takes it 1 apiece in this one. And the first game of the final day of darts of 2024. The pair of them, both averaging over 100 in that set, dragging those averages up from the nervy opening set. And it's largely down to them actually hitting their doubles lead. We saw so many missed in that opening 4 legs of the match, and not many missed in the next 4.
Yeah, for Kevin Doets, 1 from 13 in that opening set, 3 from 5. I think what more importantly, just Chris Dobey only had the 1 dart of a double in that set. He did hit it, but it was all about Kevin Doets. Both average over 100. This match has finally come alive after a nervy start. Back on the throw for Dobey.
Well, Kevin Doets has made a habit in this tournament of lurking on the shoulder of his opponent. Not taking the lead until the very end. Did it to Michael Smith, did it to Krzysztof Ratajski. That's not the game plan. He's not trying to do it. He's trying to win every game to 0, but he's had to do it. But credit to him for finding those extra gears when he has been in trouble.
Yeah, I think that psychology part of the game is hugely important. Witnessed another heartbreak for Joe Cullen, and I've just wondered at the back of the mind of Chris Dobey, he's had his disappointments on that stage. When it gets tight, will he tighten up, whereas Kevin Doets is thinking, here we go again. I'm finishing with a real sprint, so plenty left in this game, plenty.
Well, and as good as he has been on the floor, Chris Dobey, the #1 in the world in those 4 tournaments, won 3 of them, lost in a couple more finals, so it could have been even better. The TV stuff hasn't gone well this year, but he's only losing to major champions. He's not lost to somebody like Kevin, who is yet to really make his mark in the sport.
Yeah, he was incredibly disappointed at the European Championships, the Players' Championships. A competition he went as the #1 seed, and when you're taking on the 64th seed, you think you've got a decent warm-up, but it was Nathan Aspinall. It was Aspinall that got over the line, but Dobey better in this leg. For double 16 to take the opener, much better.
That's the sort of stuff you expect from Chris Dobey. Leaving himself on makeable finishes after 4 visits to the board and very often taking them out. That's why, 97 average for the year, you're getting legs done in 15 and a bit darts, really. But it's 5 visits to the board for most of them.
Yeah, just one tiny element is just, I say, this going low on this treble 20. It's something he hasn't even over in set 3. Just needs correcting, just hasn't got that balance right on that first start. And once again, demonstrated there, meaning he's got to go down to treble 19 with that transition once again. A lot of these top players hit so many 1-3-4s.
Dobey's got a chance here to leave a finish. He may play on the 19s from 2-7-1. And it turns out to play very well on them. Brilliant stuff from Dobey.
Like canny darts, they'd say in the White House.
59, Chris, you require 100.
No need to go double-double, really, is there?
Conservative? No, absolutely for double 10. It was a super second dart. The third dart wasn't bad either. Rapid fire, just what he needed in this third set. Break a throw. looking to serve it out very quickly.
And all of a sudden, Chris Dobey is looking like the Chris Dobey we've seen for most of the year on the Pro Tour.
96.
At 97 average. The Geordie metronome ticking off legs with precision. 15-dart hold, 12-dart break.
96.
Look at those doubles there from the first set. We sort of alluded to that at the beginning. It's the Achilles heel for the pair of them. But boy, have they proved us wrong in set 2 and 3.
95.
Almost immaculate. It's a great sign as well, Dan, when you're averaging 97 as Chris is at the moment. He hasn't looked at his brilliant best, so you know there's so much more in the tank, as shown in diagram B.
That takes his tally to 4 180s.
98.
This to complete a brilliant set.
130.
Find that obscured treble 20 he can. It leaves the ball, but does he go for it? Don't think he is. No, sensible play from Chris Dobey.
Maybe he did learn that lesson from the 170, but it's been a devastating burst. 15 darter followed by a 14 darter. He's in cruise control in his third set. It's been done in almost minutes, and can it be done and dusted for Chris Dobey? It's his favourite double. That's awkward.
Where's he looking? He's like trying to thread it through. That is precision. Surgical stuff from Chris Dobey to wrap up a brilliant set. Kevin Doets needed 12 darters or better to win any of those 3 legs.
And I guess the strategy now for Doets is exactly where it was for Dobey. He's on throw, and what he'd give for a rapid, but look at that, 107.36 on the back of that defeat of 106. Chris Dobey, after that nervy start, this mid-match that you need to do, he's stamping his authority right now.
Looking at Dobey's score, he's going to persevere on the treble 20. Yeah, it was getting harder and harder. It was the only way of leaving a finish with that final dart.
That's better for Doets. So much better, just as Dobey was on his shirt tail there. He's been good on treble 19 in this match, hasn't he?
133. Kevin, you've acquired 89.
Double 16. Excellent stuff from Kevin Doets. Just when Chris Dobey was really motoring and threatening to take this game away from him. Holds his throw. Throws up a roadblock. But it looks like Dobey is in the zone.
Wasn't he good last night, Peter Wright? But just a word for our outgoing champion Luke Humphries. He was such a sportsman then. He played beautiful in that match. He'll be back.
Absolutely. And whatever happens here, Luke Humphries remains the world #1 going into 2025. Reigning players and world match play champion and World Cup champion, of course.
100.
Little opportunity here for Doets. Bigger opportunity.
140.
Lots of 140s in this game. Chris Dobey. We've been looking at a 1-3 setup there. Needs a treble. Kevin Doets, you can just see him behind, pacing around.
58. Kevin,
I think it gives Kevin Doets opportunity to start in the centre of the board. Going for treble 17.
57.
This would be the biggest finish of the match so far. It's on. Gets the single. Steps over to that right-hand side for a clear path to double top.
80.
I was going to say, that's just been something missing from Chris's game. Could be a happy accident because a big 17 will still get him where he wants to go. Hasn't been great on tops in his competition.
44.
16s and 8s has been his go-to. Tops has been something that he really needs to sort out, and an unexpected opportunity for Dobey.
One that he takes, allowed to hold in 17 darts, one apiece. Well, he's staged comebacks in this tournament, Kevin Doets, but if he loses this set, having to win 3 on the spin against the world number 15, who is playing very, very nicely. It's a big ask. Oh.
20.
Even bigger one if that's going to happen to you. Look at that. Maybe took the 3 of them out, in fact. I was looking at his stats going into this one. When he's winning legs, when we talk about consistency, Dan, when he's winning legs, he's averaging well over 100. When he's not, his Dobey smashes in another 180. He's been just averaging around about the 80 mark, so consistency is something that will concern him.
100.
And something else that will concern him is the fact that Dobey, with that 180, has taken the darts in this leg.
$43. 140.
That's a ton 40, gets him down to 101, but he's yet to take out a ton plus finish in this match, Kevin Doets. And Chris Dobey is going to be somewhere
96.
pretty dangerous.
Kevin, you require
Dobey will have been
101.
disappointed with the setup play 3 darts prior to that. And Kevin Doets just spraying them a little bit when they matter most. That's disappointing for Kevin.
44.
And a chance for Dobey. He'll be attacking that same target area.
Ball double 16 for a break. 17 tops now. Dobey is in charge of this match.
Chris Dobey.
Hollywood is a hold of throw away from a 3-1 lead in sets.
Yeah, you just sense with that reaction he realised that as well. I wonder if he picked up the way that Kevin Doets just starting to spray those darts a little bit. We've talked about his tenacity, his fight. He needs it in abundance right now, does Kevin Doets. Once again, I highlight the fact that Chris Dobey's still averaging over 97.
42.
Kevin Doets just round about the 92. He really has to up his game right now.
Well, they're kind of playing to the standards that they've both produced in this tournament. And that standard has made Chris Dobey probably the best performer in this quarter of the draw. It's been good enough for Doets to win his game so far, but is it going to be enough to win this one? That's a 5th maximum. But all it does is get him back level pegging in the leg at the minute.
Yeah, just when you begin to write him off, you start to write me conclusion for this set. And Kevin Doets pings a 180. I'll tell you what he could do with another one. Not enough, you suggest. Chance for Dobey for the crucial 4th set.
He can still do it. It wouldn't be pretty. Even that treble 18 to leave the balls on.
The setup play hasn't been great for the past 5 minutes for Chris Dobey. It's an outside chance. It's a chance that Kevin Doets can't take. Dobey will be back. Decisions to make on the 61.
Chris, you require 61.
A lot of options here. 25, treble 15. He went treble 15 and he's hit 6, so 56 left. 55 left, I beg your pardon, double top.
21. Kevin
couldn't look there as he looks at treble 13 will be the first dart. Beautifully executed. Massive dart in this match, and he's up for the challenge.
Kevin Doets.
Big moment. 180 mid-leg from Kevin Doets, got him back in it. Dobey's misses, punished.
It's almost like you did all the hard work there, Dan. Then when you get up with that first opportunity and only score 60, you can feel a little deflated, but it'll be the same to Dobey. He's had a massive opportunity that's passed him by.
55.
He was looking so strong over the last couple of sets.
59.
3-1 set lead was there for the taking, and he's just tripped up before the end of it. He can still rescue this set. This is how to do it.
140.
He'll take that. He'd often that before he took his 3 darts, but that's the perfect dart for Doets. He'd be disappointed if he doesn't follow another
100.
one. You can see his reaction there after that first dart. The minimum was 140. This is in the balance.
77. 60.
Comes up dry.
That's what you call unlucky, Dan. They were well thrown darts. And Whitley turns round and sees where Dobey is. That is absolutely outstanding. Timing.
His setup play has faltered
94.
a little at times in this match, but not there.
49.
It's bought him this golden chance for a 3-1 lead. Double 16 for Dobey. Both missed. Doets, it's a chance. It's a tricky one, but it's a chance to level the match.
He'll start on the 18s. He can still finish with a treble 20. He'll be disappointed. That didn't even get close to that treble. There's the reaction there. There's an opportunity that sometimes that you're going to get against. You can see Dobey doesn't look that comfortable in the background. He's swaying around, but it's his favourite double. It's a target he's practicing an awful lot. A big opportunity.
32.
For 3-1. Double 4. Chris Dobey cannot get this set wrapped up.
Absolutely incredible. I couldn't take my eyes off Kevin Doets. He was watching the big screen. Chris Dobey had an opportunity on 61 where he went a different. This time it's Doets. You'd expect him to start centre of the board. You don't want to hit that ball. Beautiful first dart. And an outstanding second dart. He looks at that dart board saying, where's that come from? But missed opportunities for that man in your picture there. He strides off. Kevin Doets is thinking, I can't believe this game is 2-2. But that 65 finish there from that man.
Well, Kevin Doets is very much capitalising on a few errors creeping in for Chris Dobey this afternoon. He has just levelled the score in his 2 sets apiece and is banging the 180s as well. 5 for Kevin Doets this afternoon. And that 5 has very much helped him top this Ballon d'Or leaderboard. Of course, Luke Humphries won this last year, didn't he? No chance for him this year. He went home last night, but Doets is top. Luke Littler just sitting second. And the good news is that £1,000 Paddy Power are donating to Prostate Cancer UK. That means that a total of £815,000 is going to charity, which is brilliant stuff, isn't it? But as it stands, like I said, Doets just levelled the score 2 apiece in our first match this afternoon. It is Getto and Price awaiting the winner of this one. Let's see how it all pans out then and hand you back to Glenn and
Well, it's all square at 2 sets each, despite the fact that Chris Dobey has kind of outplayed Kevin Doets for a lot of this game. He's won more legs, he's got a higher average, he's had more chances to win more legs, but 6 missed darts for that 4th set could come back to haunt him, because this is the stage of games where Kevin Doets starts getting good, or it has been in the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that as well, and I'm sure that'll be on the fact that when they go off for their break, it's not like you can in boxing when you can go back and speak to your trainer and discuss strategy, and for them to say to don't worry about it, because Chris Dobey, the problems that he had be lingering in his mind, but he has to figure it out himself up there.
140.
It can be the most individual sport when you're on there. He'll be really disappointing for Doets at 2-2. He won't believe his luck.
167.
Not going to take the 167 to hold his throw, so Doets. One treble combo finish would actually put him into the lead in this match. Again, for the first time. He leaves it late, but then he is on you. Bullseye.
99. Chris, you require 73.
Here we go again. Was the word Dobey was thinking to himself, but he's got an opportunity. It's just the one dart that tops.
53. Kevin, you require 25.
Just dragging his darts low. So good on double eight is Kevin Doets. He demonstrated his real quality under high pressured situations as well. He is on a roll.
And he's in the lead for the first time in this match. Lost the opening set, levelled, lost the third set convincingly, then was allowed to level, and now he has broken Dobey at the start of this one.
140.
Yeah, Chris has that Rolls Royce throw. They both have actually. Like I say, the flair of the throw of Kevin Doets. It's almost like he's throwing feathers when you're watching it. Chris mustn't start pushing that dart. He's just got to believe in that silky throw. And like I say, if you learn lessons from a defeat like you had against Rob Cross at the match play and at the World Championships, now's your opportunity, because that's what darts gives you. It gives you a second chance. You'll have to use all that spirit if he's going to get through this game, because Doets looks better.
Yeah, strong start to this fifth set from the Dutchman.
94.
Switches over to the 18s, but not enough to leave a finish.
100.
It's advantage Doets at the moment. Chris Dobey back in the treble 20 bed. A second treble will help the situation. These are the types of finishes that these practice daily. What you can't practice for, Dan, is under that scenario, a chance for Dobey to respond.
Chris, you require 44.
Can you put an end to this run of missed doubles? Over the top of it.
28.
But not into the green bit.
Kevin, you require 56.
I've seen it a few times. If I could only hit doubles as being his response. That's wild. That isn't.
Change on the second leg. Kevin Doets. Third leg of Christopher first. Game on.
Chris Dobey has got to battle Kevin Doets here, but he's also got to battle his own frustrations.
140.
Yes, they're being tested at the moment, aren't they, Dan? But much to the credit of Kevin Doets, this is not for the first time. It's almost like it goes through the gears in a match.
99.
He really was in first gear in that first set. He's manoeuvring nicely into a fabulous position, because this set is on the throw of the Geordie.
41.
Christophe Ratajski couldn't put Doets away. He missed 4 match darts to win it 4-2 in sets. Chris Dobey has missed 6 darts for a 3-1 lead in a race to 4. And what Kevin Doets has shown, if you let him off, he will hurt you.
134.
I think this one would be up with the disappointments of the Rob Cross as well, because I think Dobey feels like he's a real favourite to reach the final now.
44.
That potential mouth-watering clash with Gerwin-Price. Kevin Doets just doing the right things at the right time.
125.
He keeps on putting himself in these positions, Chris Dobey.
35. Chris, you require 61.
To the 15s again. Leaves double 60. And he's got time. But he's had time before.
There's an indicator that he's not totally
45.
right there. Just question himself about the finish there.
Yeah, what is normally automatic has become
100. 100.
just a little bit muddled.
Chris, you require 16.
Well, the drought is over.
Chris Dobey from the cabinet focus.
He has hit a double, but he's now got to break the Doets' throw.
60.
Yeah, this is massive. That's all you want to hear. You don't want to be hearing a score over a ton plus. A big chance for Dobey here. And after that first start, he'd expect more. And gets more.
180.
Superb 7th maximum for Chris Dobey.
100.
And all of a sudden, Dobey is in a position where he can turn this set around. He could turn it around in the most spectacular fashion. And he is on for it, Chris Dobey. We've seen 2 9-darters in this tournament already. Will we see a third?
96.
The electricity in this venue right now is off the scale. Can Dobey keep it together? Wow, the noise there, Dan. I think it even took Chris Dobey by surprise.
What he has done is leave single to double. Brilliant leg of darts from Chris Dobey. But here comes Kevin Doets, who will not let him have it easily.
Just when you write him off, Kevin Doets does something, but it's a different target area. Could come back to double 16 again. It's not been his friend in this match. Friend or foe. Double 16.
43.
Real frustration
Kevin, you require
for Chris
65.
Dobey. Oh, it's a poor dart to the 13s. That leaves the bullseye for the set. Kevin Doets misses a set dart himself.
That would have been a killer dart for Kevin Doets. The damage that would have done for Dobey. There might not have been any comeback, but for Chris Dobey, if he can hit this double, he would have the darts in the last. Good marker. Now it's awkward. Has to move right hand side of the hockey. What can he see?
No score.
Chris Dobey.
Kevin, you require 25.
He has gone from Rolls-Royce in this game to clapped out old banger. Certainly on the doubles. Oh my word, he's busted score.
Pressure of that opening set. Now the pressure when it comes to the conclusion of this 5th set. Chris Dobey is a man with nine lives at the moment. He still needs to take out this double. It's double 4. You can see, you don't need commentary, just look at his face. The anguish, the highs.
From the foreplay, Chris Dobey.
Well, it's an ironic celebration, but that, one of the worst legs of the match, could turn out to be the most important. Think back to Kevin Doets in his very first round win against Noah Lynn van Leuven, a 33-darter that he won, and it changed the course of the game. Something similar might have happened. And that was only an 18-darter, but it was one where Chris Dobey was 6 into the 9.
Wow, the bounce outs. Kevin Doets, that was close to the treble 19 as well, but Dobey just engaging with the crowd there. Again, the decibel when that double 2 went in. Just keeping his focus here. Now it's Doets on the ropes.
58.
If he does come through this match, Dan, that transition down to the treble 19 will be one of the reasons.
Yeah, it served him well. Look, there's been a lot of good stuff about the Chris Dobey game. The man's averaging pretty much 95. He has missed 32 darts at double.
100.
It's not like we told you so as well. He knows it's the area of the game. If you can put them both together. Did we write off Kevin Doets? Never. What a good response.
Again, Doets is lurking. And again, Dobey gets set darts, double 12. Oh my word, he has dragged that a mile off.
He's dragging so many darts. Chance for Doets. Is he a man with 9 lives? Doets. There it is. What a finish.
Kevin Doets.
Incredible moments there for Kevin Doets. When he needs that bullseye under those high-pressure situations, he is up for it. Devastating finish.
Who even deserved to win that set leg?
First leg, Kevin to throw first.
Doets missed multiple set darts, then Dobey misses one, and missed it by a long way as well. And then a 130 checkout, Doets' biggest finish of the match, his only ton-plus finish, and he is now throwing
123.
in this set, knowing that if he can just hold throw, he wins this match. He's in a World Championship quarter-final.
100.
Certainly not the numbers, but when it comes to drama, this is right up there again. And we talk about those darts, and maybe the best dart in that whole of that fifth set was saved for the very, very last one. That's the story of Kevin Doets this year.
58.
A reminder, Kevin Doets has never reached a major quarter-final. He's made one TV quarter-final, the World Series at the start of the year.
180.
But an 8th 180 for Kevin Doets is 700 for the tournament now.
57. Kevin Ivaquai, 98.
Don't be shell-shocked. Doets is flying. Double 12. Real control of this match, right? Because no dramas. Dobey is still back in that last leg. Way back on 286.
96. Kevin Ivaquai, 12. Game shot the
14 darter, Kevin Doets is 2 legs away from reaching New Year's Day.
93.
Look at the eyes. If you're new to darts, this is what you need to do. When you look at focus, look at that. Never taken off the target. It's almost mesmeric.
80.
Feels like he's only blinked about 3 times since December 15th.
He certainly didn't blink on that bull shot, and I still think that's why Dobey has not come out the traps. It's like in boxing, it's like just someone with a real sucker punch.
120.
He's lost a fair few to the floor. Looks like 60 points on the floor there for Kevin Doets.
He's such a wristy player. He's not throwing with power. It's about finesse. It's about flair. It's effortless. I don't think it's anything to do with the points of the dart. They're just crashing into the other darts.
96.
That's the perfect first dart for Chris Dobey. And that is a 9th 180.
180.
That's why he's a champion. He's going to have to find something from within.
59.
Kevin Doets won't panic in this situation. He'll have the darts in the next leg.
It looks so easy when he does that. It has been anything but for the last couple of sets for Chris Dobey.
That's almost be in his mind. It was almost like, yes, the double's gone in, but where were you when I needed you most? But a winner's mentality is, I'm only a dart away from success. You've got to keep looking forward. It's so difficult. It's easy sat here doing it. When you're up there, everything's just a spin.
60. 30. 57.
Terrible start to the leg from Chris Dobey. Kevin Doets isn't breaking down any trees himself. That has been his go-to.
96.
Chance for Doets. What he'd give for a 140, 180 now. He's scored, and when the first one goes, as we know.
100.
Again, the 57 helps him out.
134.
Level pegging in the leg. Who's got the best setup shot?
104.
That's certainly not bad. Real sensible play. I like the use of that last start there to leave the straight 80. There will be pressure on it, and a lot of pressure on it. As soon as those two trebles went in, Doets turned his back. He knows it's now or never.
80.
Praying for a treble 20, he can't get it, so it's 20 and tops. And there's some traffic he's going to have to get past.
60.
He got past it, but he couldn't find the double. A grimace from Doets.
48.
Listen to the crowd again. They're on Dobey's side. This has not been his favourite double. Double 8 for the saviour.
Games on the third leg.
Chris Dobey breaks.
When they look back, then maybe that bullseye at the end of that fifth set for Doets, maybe that double 8 is the moment that Chris Dobey can look back on where it's begun to change. Still has to see this leg out.
Is it going to be
58.
another game that goes to a deciding set for Kevin Doets?
58.
He'd love to get it done now, of course he would, but that'll be in the back of his mind. It's just a proper slugfest, this one. The ups and the downs of this sport we adore. He's making it easy for Dobey here. You can just see Kevin Doets looking around. Beautiful, outstanding.
140. $134.
Well, he does leave a finish. Two treble visit from Doets would have made things interesting. One keeps him in it.
Once again, just hanging on to Dobey, who's set up play, not where he wants it to be. Can't check out the 160. So you've got to look at the plan. He will not move away from that treble 20, but it's so awkward. Yes, he leads a two-darter. Doets is back into this leg.
50.
They're both on 100. Dobey has taken this out once in this match. It is his highest finish. Can he do it again? It'll have to be treble 19 for double. The treble 19 has been very good to him in this game. What about the double?
That was to go the distance.
Kevin, you require 100.
Kevin Doets, same finish. Different. Is it tops? Absolutely. There's the first one. Can he nail it?
60.
He couldn't throw it quick enough, could he? He had the marker, he just wanted to follow. He couldn't quite manage it. Dobey gets the 3. Double 8. He needs it. And he gets it for the third time in this set, and we are going the distance. Of course we are. It's Kevin Doets at Ali Pali. It's what happens.
I'm staying here. Almost Robert Owen-esque.
7th and deciding set. First leg, Christopher.
Is he nervous? But he has the darts. What a way to start the set.
140. $42.
Chris Dobey has had 50 darts at double in this game. He's managed to hit 14 of them, but it's felt like a struggle at times.
Yeah, it has been a struggle. Like I said,
59.
sometimes you've got to come through one of these battles. We were talking about yesterday, you know, players who do win, they always have moments in a competition. It's never so straightforward. This could be the game for either player.
57.
Kevin Doets had that incredible match with the Polish Eagle. Chris Dobey just nodding his head behind. But Doets, he's a fighter. I tell you what, he has the attributes, that young man. He's got such a bright future, but the future is right now.
80.
Doets needs a treble. And he's got one.
And that might make a change of strategy in this 1-2-4. It may end up on the bullseye. He's hurt him so much with the bullseye. Can he get revenge?
92.
Happy accident, maybe.
Yeah, leaves the double 16. The 170 won't go for Kevin Doets.
96.
He can't be feeling confident, Chris Dobey. Not with how this game has gone on the doubles.
You're right, Dan. Another sucker punch, maybe. Just the one dart. He has to move across the yard. Dobey can't look.
34.
Double 8 has been a little kinder to Dobey than double 16 in this match. Does he find it again? Keeps lining him up outside. And he keeps on doing it. Kevin Doets to break. This deciding set has to be won by 2 legs. Kevin Doets gets this leg, and he's got the break he needs. Double 10. And he has got the break he needs.
Kevin Doets.
What a match.
Second leg, Kevin to third first.
This is all about drama. Kevin Doets stood behind. When you're watching Chris Dobey up with double 16, double 8, you're already planning your attack for the next leg.
60.
With the twists and turns, it's like a roller coaster, this match.
$140.
By hook or by crook, those darts went into the 140. The angles were all over. He doesn't care. The focus of Doets has to be commended.
100.
The mental strength to be up there. It's not about the averages this match, it's about the drama.
And there's plenty of that.
134.
Again, Dobey scoring well. Creating chances hasn't been the problem.
134.
Yeah, on stage they've been round about 33% the pair of them, 1 in 3 darts. Dobey is down to 25% in this game. Will he rue those missed opportunities? It's Doets this time going down on the 19s.
57.
He did break him in that first.
96.
Big opportunity for Dobey to bounce back.
Well, he went double-double there.
56.
When the first start looked inviting to stay on the treble 20. But he is going to come back with 3 darts at tops. And this to break straight back and cancel out that advantage that Doets had won.
I think you'd be glad it's not double 16, it's a different double. Is it a different outcome? It was double 10 in the previous for Doets. It's double 10 to Dobey. We are level.
Chris Dobey. Third, Christopher first.
Back level pegging. Doets and Michael Smith went all the way to a 10th leg in their deciding set tie-break. It was won by Doets the leg before it went to sudden death.
100.
The way this game has gone, it wouldn't surprise you if we end up in another tie-break here that could go on and on and on, and there might be all sorts of opportunities to win the match that could be spoon.
Yeah, I'm going back to words you said at the end of that 5th set. Who wants it most?
60.
Even felt like throwing first has been a bit of a curse in this one. He's around about 70 points ahead plus these, so 1 treble, but not the treble 3.
86.
What a dart that is under the circumstances. Now every treble will feel like gold dust.
60. 140.
Never write him off.
Christy McGuire, 107.
That's my statement for this game for him. 88 points left. And Doets will be looking for something really special now. A little sip of the water, you can see the eyes, just look at the floor.
59, Kevin McGuire,
It's an outside chance,
141.
but it's a chance.
It's not going to go. Now, Chris Dobey, normally it'd be 16 for double 16 here. I don't know if he might switch
Christy
things up.
McGuire, 48.
Too stubborn.
He does switch it up to go for tops. And it works for him. Chris Dobey, 2-1 up and now a leg away. We're in a situation here where whoever wins this match, Chris Dobey will have one more legs than Kevin Doets. It does not matter.
57.
It's all about who wins this deciding set. It's 16-12 in legs to Dobey, and that is why if he does lose this game, it is going to be a real tough one to take for Hollywood.
57.
Yeah, did you see the finger point? That's the target I want. Tops is my answer.
58.
Big chance now. It's honestly, Dan, it's almost like the treble 20 begins to close up on you.
Well, look at that.
140.
They have both had enough chances in enough legs to get this game won.
More trebles for Kevin Doets when he needed them most. Little bite of the flight there. One treble can be enough in this situation. 2.
134.
Put yourself in a fantastic position and look what he's left.
And Doets will not leave a finish. Chris Dobey, I know the temptation must be to go for this, but it would be ridiculous. He doesn't have the option now, but he is going to leave himself well placed. Not as well placed as he'd like.
Such a good second dart. Kevin Doets, often so good with his set-up play. He'll want to put pressure on, but needs a treble. Needs that treble 19. Just taking his time. Why is it happening to me? Crowd involvement, not what he wants at this stage. His mind's a mush.
64.
He has been so brilliant in these deciding sets, Kevin Doets. But today, it's just not been there. To the 18s. And he's missed a big number. It's not a match start for Chris Dobey, not yet.
He had a shot at a 1-2-8 earlier in this match, did Kevin Doets. We talked about it's never the easiest of finishes, but you get 2 opportunities of getting the treble, and he'll start in the 18s. So treble 20 is a must. Doesn't get it. Dobey, 50 points away from a quarter-final place with Gerwyn Price.
10 for tops, is that the plan? It is. Double top to go through to the quarter-finals. Double 10. Chris Dobey is through to the New Year's action. What a fight! It looked like he might cruise through it. Then it looked like Kevin Doets might pick his pocket. But Hollywood has found a way to nick it in the deciding set, and for the 3rd year running, he is through to the quarter-finals of the biggest darts tournament in the world.